case of what might have been for Kiwi motor racing legend Ken Smith at the Lady Wigram Trophy. With Smith not starting, that left the door open for Canada's Jay Esterer to take the title back to Canada. These two start again for all the wrong reasons at Manfield, coming together at the rolling start, ending their championship hopes. Round 3 and 4 were at Hampton Downs as part of the double weekend festival of motor racing. The star of the show was 21-year-old Michael Lyons from Britain, taking a clean sweep in both rounds. Dunedin's Steve Ross was fast, an outright track record proving that, but no one could touch the pom. Round 5 saw the field back in the South Island and competing at the very popular Scope Classic. The penultimate round of the MSC Series saw Dunedin's Steve Ross in the spotlight as the overall series points leader. While Smith, Esterer and young gun Lyons were rewriting the headlines, Ross was consistently gathering points. But there was no points gathering in race 1, a titanic battle between Hampton Downs hero Michael Lyons ending shortly after it had begun, with Ross spinning in oil on the infield carousel. Lyons would drive away for the race victory.
I was all over him, just sort of rushing him a little bit, sort of going, trying different lines, sort of showing him a wheel occasionally. But then on about lap 2 or 3, I'm not sure, there's some oil down in the infield just after the hairpin.
I'm not sure, 3 or 4, we headed into that corner and I don't know whether it was oil or not, I just went in a hurry, I'll tell you that.
So this is the start of race 2 at the Scope Classic weekend, and on pole position it is Michael Lyons, right alongside him Dunedin's Steve Ross, and Ross is going to try and drive around the outside as they head down into turn 1 here at Powerbolt Tools International Raceway, and he does so. Oh, and there's just about contact there. Looks like Brett Willis from Rotorua's moved up into 3rd spot now. But once again, it is Steve Ross and Michael Lyons arguing over real estate. The young gun from the UK, he was unbeatable at Hampton Downs. He won race 1 here on Saturday after this man spun in oil. But it's a different kettle of fish today. In through the infield carousel they go. Heading down towards the old Jeff's Delivery turn. This 90-degree right-hander. And then round into Cochrane Nissan, and then it's down the short straight and onto the big sweeper. Lyons draws level in the Lola. Can't get the job done though. The Lola T400 of Michael Lyons from the UK, chasing the McRae GM1 of Steve Ross from Dunedin. 3rd season in the MSC Tasman Revival Cup Series for Steve Ross. Has a quick look in his mirrors just to see where Lyons is as they come down into the big sweeper at the top end of the circuit here at Christchurch. Now, who's got the horsepower? A new engine in the car for Steve Ross this year. The McRae GM1, built by Graham McRae, of course, but being looked after in modern days competition by Motorsport Solutions. John Crawford just getting a little bit taily coming out of turn 1 now as they head for pothole once again. Breathing space for Ross here, but once again, Lyons gathering it up, looking for the challenge, trying to look down the inside as they come up into the braking air for the hairpin. Can't get it done, tries for the crossover. I just don't think he's quite close enough at the moment. But Michael Lyons, boy, you know you've been in a fight when you're tussling with this guy. Still in 3rd place, it's the man from Rotorua, and that is Brett Willis. So he's looking for his best finish in the MSC F5000 Tasman Cup Revival Series. Once again, Lyons has a good long look on the inside, just not quite close enough to get it done as they go through the right hand of the 90-degree right and then come up to the 90-degree left, Cochrane Nissan, down the short chute, and then next opportunity is coming up into the braking for the big sweeper at the top end of the circuit, the Avon City Ford Rock FM sweeper. It is Steve Ross around in 1st place, Lyons in 2nd, Willis in 3rd. Really, just the two of them in this one, and it's as close as you like. And Steve Ross just starting to drive away, maybe the horsepower telling. There is Russell Greer from Blenheim leading this charge through. Number 21 in there was Lindsay O'Donnell. There is Peter Burson, problems around there, and that is car number 12, and that is the Lola T142 of Sebastian Coppola from the United States of America. So he's had a bit of an early exit as we go back to the front of the field. Once again, Lyons it is, calls the shots through the hairpin. It looks to me like Lyons just has a little bit more corner speed, but it's getting around that McRae GM1 of Steve Ross is going to be the problem. Well, we first came here at round number 1 for the Lady Wigram Trophy. Ross was by far the quickest, but he had a few spins up in the top sweeper here at Powerbolt Tools International Raceway. He's corrected that part of his driving. He is the points leader going in to this, the penultimate round of the series. From here we go to Australia for the final at Phillip Island. And Michael Lyons joined the series late, so he's not in the championship chase, but he's in a real chase here with Steve Ross as they come out of the sweeper once again, down the long front straight, 170, 180 miles an hour. Just letting Judy Lyons, just letting the faster boys go through. So 3/4 the way through this 8-lap race, and already the leader's starting to track the lap runners there. Number 12 there is Coppola from the United States of America, come a long way to take part in the MSC Tasman Revival Series. Eric Harger just up in front of him, had bad luck at Hampton Downs in round 4, but they got that car back together again. The Dunkley family helping out with resurrecting the tub after having problems at Hampton Downs, so he just moves over and lets the fast guys go through. And that's the sensible thing to do when you're being lapped. Either hold your line or get out of the way. Ross it is in the front. He's looking to extend his lead in the Championship Series. From here we go to Australia for the finale. But there's the feature race to come here at Powerbolt Tools Raceway. This is the man in 3rd place, and it's a distant 3rd now. This is Brett Willis from Rotorua. This is a new car for Willis over the last 2 seasons. It's a Lola T332. It's a Lola in 2nd place. That's a T400 of Michael Lyons. That's an ex-Vals Parnelli Jones racing team car. In fact, it was a backup car for El Unsa, we believe. And the car in front of him, the leader, that is Steve Ross. That's a McRae GM1, built by Graham McRae out in New Zealand, in Dorset in England, where he had his factory. This car won the 2007-2008 Tasman Revival Series Championship at the hands of Chris Hyde, was then owned by Alistair Hay, but now owned by Steve Ross. This is his 4th season in the Tasman Revival Series. Finished 9th the first time round, and he's been 2nd twice to the legend that is Ken Smith. No Ken Smith here, of course, because he had that coming together with Jay Esterer at Manfield. Esterer is in the field in his 2nd car, but has been having some mechanical issues. Once again, the lap traffic going to play a part in this one as both Ross and Lyons close in. 31 is John Bryan. So he just moves over, lets the leaders go through. Ross passes them without any problems, so too does Lyons. So no impedance from the slower guys, as once again Lyons closes in as they head for the big sweeper at the top end of the circuit. The lap's running down here in Christchurch. It's round 5 of the MSC F5000 Tasman Cup Revival Series, and Steve Ross looking a likely winner as the white flag comes out. Last lap for these guys. This is a battle further down through the field. You see there Roger Williams from Auckland, right in behind him. Ian Clements back in the series now as we go back to the front of the field as they come out of the hairpin for the last time. Lyons is running out of opportunities to try and pass Steve Ross here. Ross in the McRae GM1, Lyons in the Lola T400, the ex-Parnelli Jones team car. In the Viceroy livery, Steve Ross with the Iberian Airlines decals on the side of his car. This is Tim Rush just up ahead of them now. And he's going to do the sensible thing and hold his line as they work their way through the Jeff delivery turn up into Cochrane Nissan. Round the outside goes Ross, going with him is Lyons. Lyons gets a wheel on the inside, but he can't make the pass stick. Down the short chute they come once again. So remember, they're running to the flag now. Lyons once again looking for the inside-outside cut. It's not going to work, but they're wheel to wheel as they come through the sweeper. Lyons on the outside. Now the drag race. Who's got the power? Will it be the Lola? Will it be the GM1? It'll be the GM1. It's Steve Ross, and there's nothing Michael Lyons can do about it. And I think he's a little frustrated. So the overall result for race number 2 of the weekend goes to Steve Ross in the McRae GM1. In 2nd place it will be the Englishman, and in 3rd place it's Rotorua's Brett Willis. 4th is Auckland's Roger Williams.
We got a really good start. Got onto the first corner first, and basically just tried to stay in front of him the rest of the race. It was a matter of attrition, really.
One of those days. It's a longer race this afternoon, and we'll show him how you actually drive this afternoon. So hopefully if there's a bit of room between one side of the track and the other, we'll get through there in the brakes and we'll drive faster around the corners.
Yeah, he's got a bit more corner speed than I have. He's probably a better driver, but hey, old men have to have their day in the sun.
Lost a valve spring yesterday, which took a lot of work to get that fixed. Ran it this morning, still wasn't quite right, but it seemed to go all right this afternoon.
So mechanical issues and frustration for Michael Lyons. I wonder what Steve Ross thinks of that.
Yeah, he might be, but that's not my problem, is it?
Winners are grinners, they say. Third place, best podium result for Rotorua's Brett Willis.
That's our first podium finish for this car, so we're a wrap. Team's good for the team.